Welcome to SF Commercial Property Conversations with Bruce Bean, where Bay Area investments meet expert insights. Get ready to unlock the strategies of commercial real estate success.
So today we have Carl Christensen from Florida, actually via Haiti. So Carl, it's great to be talking to you. I just am fascinated by your story of how you got from Haiti to Florida into real estate. So if you could give us a little clue, that would be great.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Thank you so much for having me. Well, my story started with a very sad moment where I lost a cousin of mine in Haiti. Unfortunately, he got shot by helping someone. And then my dad decided that, hey, it was about time and things were getting very bad. So everybody was fearing for their life. And then here I am in the United States. I, of course, did everything I'm supposed to do legally and then go back to school, studied at FIU, university, and everything. And one day I had a very sad situation at work. I was basically the guy picking up dirty uniforms from the places that everybody knows Jiffy Lube, Publix. So I pick up their uniforms, take it to a place to get washed, and then bring them back. And I had a very unfortunate situation. And I decided to leave this job with zero money in my pocket. And a friend of mine that came to pick me up said, "Why don't you try real estate?" And I said, "Man, no, man, I have no money. I don't know how to sell anything. I'm not doing it." And he was like, "Carl, trust me, try real estate." I'm like, "No, I'm not doing it." He, he went out of his way, Bruce, and got me an internship with his brother-in-law that used to own a mortgage company at the time. And then he got me involved. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, no problem. I have nothing else to do anyway. And from there, it just took off, man. And 23 years later, here I am.
So you started out working mortgages. You were kind of a paid employee at that time,
Assistant. Yep. Yep.
and then you worked into becoming a agent and a
Then,
broker and all those things.
yes.
Wow. And then you started your own company, right?
Yep. I started my own company about in 2012, and that company is called the Nice Agent Company. But all along the ways before I opened the company, everybody was calling me the Nice Agent. But the story of how I started the real estate side of it is I passed my exam and I opened the flyer. The flyer was a little booklet that used to give you all the ads for work and everything. And then it says, if you're a realtor, I can make you $1 million in the first year, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just try this guy. And I called
Wow.
him, got an appointment. And Bruce, this is where the story gets very moving. I met the guy, I remember him, an Italian guy. His name is Brad Capuzzo. He sat across a table and then he was like, let me ask you a few questions. He asked me a few questions. And he was like, you know what? You're going to be very successful. And I'm like, why you said that? He said, because you look like someone that when you bite on something, you don't let go. I'm like, that's true. And then he was like, yeah, you will be successful. And I stopped him. I'm like, but excuse me, Mr. Capuzzo. I think as a realtor, the first thing I need is a car. And I want to let you know I don't have a car. So I won't be able to be as successful as you think. And he was like, oh, really? And he put his hand in his pocket, take his home keys out, and handed me his key and said, go make money.
Whoa. And what kind of car was this?
It was a Dodge Neon, a 1997 green Dodge Neon. Never forget it.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
and, and at that point, I can tell you, I basically what I said, everybody, I'm not supposed to say that, but I gave him my soul. So if this guy say go left, I go left. He says go right, go right. He says go up, and thank God he was a man of value, and he taught me everything about real estate, and I returned the favor tenfold, even to the point where about almost 16 years later, one of my agent was in the same situation, and I bought him a car.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like I
Wow.
felt like I needed to do that in order to, pay it forward. And I asked him to do the same thing. Maybe even if it's 20 years later, do the same thing. And so yeah, that's how I started real estate.
So you think the agent you gave the car to, you felt sort of the same way that when he bid on
Yeah,
something, he wouldn't let go.
yes, I did. He's still
Yeah.
with me. He's my office manager.
Oh, so it's still working for you.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So off you go into real estate. On the way, you did go to Florida International University for a little while.
Yes, that was a story. I started in computer science, and then I just wanted to go to pre-law so I can go to law school. Then I had a little bit of a situation where I inherited taking care of my sister. And at that moment, I had to make a choice between her going to nursing school at Barry University or me going to law school in FIU. So I had to make a decision, and I just made the decision and I sacrificed myself. I don't call it a sacrifice because now she's a doctor in nursing. And I'm doing great. So I cannot call it a sacrifice. I just think that's the path that God had for me.
Right. So you said, I'm going to help my sister rather than take care of myself.
That's it.
And down the road, you never became a
A
agent
lawyer.
you
Oh,
for TV or other things. You never became an attorney. And
oh, yeah. The first thing that I really wanted to do, which is why I wanted to go to law school, is because after seeing Jerry Maguire, I just
ah,
fell in love with being a sport agent. And because of that, I can tell you, I'm like, yeah, I want to be a sport agent, which is where the name the nice agent come from. And I just never became neither one of them. I sold a lot of football players' houses, but I was not the sport agent. And I'll be honest with you, even when I'm speaking to my attorney friends right now, I don't have any regrets, man.
oh yeah, no, I being an attorney is a completely different story. Yeah. So completely different. So there you are. You start working with Brad, you work through the issues, and off you go. You learn how to do real estate. Now you've come along, you have a family, you have a daughter, everything's working out fantastic. So
Yes.
tell us, how are you marketing yourself these days?
Oh, these days I'm a little bit everywhere. I love social media. I want to tell you, I did not believe in marketing. I
Ah,
did for the first 10 years of my career, everything was handed to me because I'm a hustler. I talk, I walk, I do everything I'm supposed to do. So people would just call me. And there's a story behind marketing. The story was one day Brad called me in his office and he was like, I think I had it wrong. You're about to fail. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm about to fail? I just closed $100 million this year. What are you talking about? And he was like, yeah, you're gonna fail. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, because you are a flea market agent. And he said that,
flea market agent.
let me tell you, Bruce, I got offended. I got pissed. I'm like, you know what? And the market crashed
Oh,
2008.
2008, 2000. Yeah. Okay.
That's when my daughter got born too. So everything in my life
Oh,
was
oh
crazy.
wow.
I had to return my cars. I had to return foreclose on houses. Like I lost well, not all. The only thing I had left was my family. I lost everything.
Wow.
And that's when I started to, instead of blaming other people, I said the problem was me. So I went back, opening books, read about businesses, listen to a lot of podcasts, do a lot of things, and I realized what Brad meant. What he meant was whenever I got paid, I was living the high life, like I was a football player.
Ah.
Nothing invested in marketing, nothing invested in savings. Like I would just like spend money. I was making hundreds of $1,000s a month. So I'm all over the country. I'm traveling. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And at the end of the day, if I don't close something, I can't eat.
Oh, yeah.
And this is why he said, you're a flea market agent. And now I got it. And my job now is to make sure we have no flea market agent in the real estate industry.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You make sure that everybody plans ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to answer your
Save,
question, market,
save your money, put
yeah.
your money away,
Yep.
invest well,
Yep. The
don't spend
same
it
thing.
all.
Never. So to answer the question of how I market myself right now, the nice agent is big for me. So that is one thing that you will see all over social media. I post twice a day. I have a whole marketing department taking care of that. I'm always reinventing myself when it comes to that. And then as well, I am involved in every single local community groups. I'm a chairman of certain communities. I'm involved in the board member. I'm a board member of Haitian American Chamber of Commerce. I have my own nonprofit. Like I'm always out there networking. So those are the two things that I merge together. And of course, great customer service. The first marketing you can do is awesome customer service. So with those
Absolutely.
three things, you just cannot go broke ever.
So how many agents do you have with you now?
Right now, 21.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's quite a big team.
It is. It is. We're working. Of course, it has its hustle, it has its hurdle, it has its problems, but we are fixing them one by one.
By every day, something new. So what's the market like in Florida right now?
Right now, it's a little crazy. I have a TV show, and that's what I did Tuesday, where I was talking about data. And I'll be honest with you, everybody thinks the market is going to crash. So I did a whole data over the first like 12 months. And you realize that the minute somebody dropped the price to where it's supposed to be, it's
Yeah.
for the exact same price.
Uh-huh.
It did not sell below that. So
Right.
the listings are selling like exactly sell price, listing price match.
Okay.
Once they put them higher, then that's when it just sit on the market. And that lower price, believe it or not, it's from 335 to 300.
Oh, yeah. Not
So
very much. Just a little bit.
that 35,000 make people don't want to even look at your house. It's just
Wow.
nobody would
Wow.
do that. And what I realized also in the whole county of Miami-Dade, anything above 900,000, price is going up.
Oh, really?
which
Wow.
is which is unheard of because anything under 700,000 price are going down.
Oh, interesting.
This
Wow.
is what nobody's thinking about, which means to me, people keep thinking it's going to crash or it's going to be this, it's going to be that. But what I'm thinking, it's a demographic change.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
right. So there is not as much demand for the lower end.
Exactly. It's not the demand, it's the lower end can no longer afford.
Ah,
That's
okay,
what it
okay.
is. Like the middle class is so like crimped right now, they just can't afford a $4,000 a month mortgage. They just cannot.
Right,
When
right,
the high class, they can afford a $10,000, $20,000 mortgage.
right, right. So that part, yeah, that's a very interesting. So the lower end is actually being affected by the interest rates.
Yep. The interest rate, the property taxes in Florida, which is
Ah,
crazy,
pretty
ridiculous.
high. Yeah.
Oh no, it's ridiculous at this point. And also, we have a crisis in insurance. I own a building down in Miami. The insurance for that building is 3 grand a month. The building is barely 6 units.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah,
It's just insane.
yeah. So the rental market, what's happening there?
It's hard. I own a property management company as well, and I can tell you that for the past 4 months, I had a lot of vacancies, and things
Uh-huh.
just took a turn in the last 2 weeks where I'm getting things. I'm closing a few of them next week. But for the past 4 months, I had a lot of vacancies just sitting there because
Wow.
what I'm realizing in Florida when it comes to rental, Bruce, is just like if it's not beautiful, shiny, they don't
Yeah.
want it.
Uh,
Regardless if it's a $1,200 rental, they want a marble countertop.
right,
It's
right.
just crazy.
Yeah.
Or it needs to be in a price point that they can afford.
So if I'm reading this right, is the market sort of plateaued? Is that what we're thinking?
I would call more like correcting itself.
Correcting. So it's still kind of going down a little bit.
Yeah, but not to the price where we're thinking like, oh my God, a property that was 400,000 now it's 150. That's not gonna happen. From 400, we're looking at probably 350, 330, and then just like from there, just sitting there. And I got properties that I listed 2 weeks ago. I already have a full price offer on them. It's just now you need to be very realistic. That's it.
So there's not a situation where you price it low and you get multiple bids.
No, not right now. I'm
No, no.
I'm not getting it. I don't know for other people. No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's your crystal ball think about the future?
For Florida, I can say they're moving the middle class up north. The middle class is going towards Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa. Not even Tampa. Tampa is still too expensive. I think New York and San Francisco is
Yeah.
moving to Miami.
Uh-huh.
That's my
Okay.
opinion. I feel like it's gonna be the hub of the money.
Okay. Yeah.
Before, this is the way I always thought of it.
Yeah.
You earn money in New York, you live in LA, you are controlled by the DC. but you spend the money in Miami. That's just where people lived.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Go over that one more time.
You make the money in New York,
Mm-hmm.
live in LA, you are
Okay.
controlled by the DC area, and
Okay. Oh
you
yeah.
spend the money in Miami. That's just what
Oh
it is.
wow. Okay.
But for some reason, during COVID, New York and LA decided Miami is the place to be. JP Morgan
Wow.
already moved. Morgan Stanley already moved.
Yeah.
So Apple is thinking about doing that move also. Bezos already moved that, make that move. So everybody's saying that, hey, we have the weather. We are close to Europe. We are everywhere we need to be. So Miami it is. And to me, it's just Miami
Wow.
is gonna become super, super wealthy. Yeah. That's
That's very okay. So you're saying a lot of people are moving into Miami right now.
yeah, yeah. Like
That
most of my deals are cash money, believe it or not.
oh yeah, no, there's a
Yeah.
lot of cash money out there for sure. Yeah, so they can afford to buy expensive homes and
Yep.
pay, cash for it or have a very small loan,
Yep.
whatever.
So there's no crash when there's no mortgage.
Right, right, right.
You can't do that. So to me, it's just my crystal ball is if you are in real estate and you're listening to us, change demographic. That's number one, I'm gonna say. Number two is right now, buy. Right now, the idea that I'm gonna wait for the interest rate to go down, I'm gonna wait to see what's gonna happen. You just buy. If you are in Florida and you wanna be in South Florida, buy something. Because I can tell you for me, in the next 5 to 7 years, people are not gonna recognize what the South Florida market is.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's going to be a completely different market. So buy now if you have cash.
Yep, yep. And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of things that they done in the market that nobody knows yet. Like they remove certain restriction to get approval to build buildings. Like if you have a piece of land and your architect says they can build that much story on it, you don't need certain approval anymore.
Wow. Oh, so
So
restrictions. Yeah.
that means we are becoming sort of like Dubai.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. So that's from the city of Miami in particular. They've
Yes, the
kind
whole
of done
council,
away.
the count.
Oh wow. Oh, the whole county. Yeah. Wow. So Bill is building going crazy there?
But my problem is we still see a lot of vacancies on the buildings. Like they're building like the Bentley building, Mercedes-Benz is doing a building now, Porsche is doing already done theirs. But to me, I still see vacancies, but they're still building them up. But what people don't know is when they start building, they already sold 80% of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so all of those things were pre-sold.
Pre-sold condos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going crazy, man. A lot of them.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Okay.
even giving like now they paying realtors 7%, 10% commission to bring a client.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So this is great for the real estate
It is.
agents, right?
It is. I was reading the other day that a lot of people do not think in the United States, whenever you buy a house, Bruce, it's $129,000 fed to the economy.
Oh,
One
interesting. One
I
house.
didn't know that when they think about your title company or your attorney with all of the people they're paying,
Oh,
your
I see.
company, Home Depot, the handyman, the auto realtor, the or inspection company, the appraisal company, when they put all of that together, about $129,000 is being spent.
Wow.
So when people tell me, "Oh, Carl, the market is going to crash," I'm like, "You don't want that. If the
Right.
market crash, you have no job."
Right. Right.
It's a huge economy.
So has the new ruling affected you at all in terms of the buying agent?
No, not at all.
No.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I'll give a little side story. I make more money.
Yeah. You made more money. Yeah.
The reason why it's because a lot of agents, they're not really agents. They're just people that are hustling to make a few bucks to fly to Dubai.
Right.
But if
Right.
you're a real agent, you understand the market, you understand people, you understand the concept of contracts. It doesn't bother you whatsoever. It gives me more opportunity to negotiate. That's
Ah.
what it does for
Ah.
me. Yeah, I negotiate everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Before I could not.
Yeah, it was all kind of straight.
So now I negotiate everything. So to me, and the thing that they assume that sellers would not want to pay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. If you're a seller and you're listening to this, I'm always direct. You have no choice.
right, right.
That's just the way it works. So
You
now
want to sell your house, you got to pay.
that's just the way it works because the buyer doesn't have the money you got to make. So at the end, you don't have a choice. So yeah, it doesn't affect me whatsoever. No.
It sounds like it's actually been good for you.
Yes, it is. It benefits me to be
That's
honest.
fantastic. Well, this has been very interesting. Let's just for fun, what's your favorite sandwich or food?
My favorite sandwich is a pastrami sandwich with the fries inside of it, which
Oh, nice. Yeah.
it's
That
amazing.
sounds fantastic.
And my favorite food is a surf and turf. I'm a sucker for lobster, and I love a good steak.
Oh, wow. Okay. And who in the world do you want to sit with this lobster and eat?
I'll dedicate this whole podcast to a cousin of mine that he passed away because he was trying to help a pregnant woman because they were shooting on the street. She got a bullet and he bent over to lift her up and they shot him also. And
Oh
I
my
miss
gosh.
him. He died at 17 years old. So I cannot wait one day for me to sit down with him. That was one of my favorite cousins, I'm not gonna lie. So I'd
Wow.
love to sit down with him one day.
And how old were you at that time?
I was 17 as well.
Also, wow. Well, this has been a very fun podcast. How can people get a hold of you, Carl?
If you need me, all you have to do is Google the nice agent in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, just Florida. I'll be there. I do have a office line. You can call me at 786-752 nice. Nice it's spelled 6423. And you can reach out to me. And again, it doesn't mean you need to call me to buy or sell a property. Whatever advice you need, whatever it is, I'm always open for you. Okay.
You must be the nice agent
I try to be every day.
every day. Well, this has been very fun, Carl. I look
Thank
forward to
you.
talking to you again in
I
maybe
would love to.
6 months to see kind of how the market may have changed at that time.
I would love to, Bruce. Please, I cannot wait.
All right, we'll talk.
That's a wrap on today's journey through the SF commercial real estate scene. Ready to share your story? Visit sfcommercialconversations.com/guest. Your insights could lead the next conversation.